Welcome to Frontline Focus, the podcast where we bring you insight of RevForce, sharing stories, insights, and the real-world experiences of our members who are out there making an impact every single day. I'm your co-host, Mike, aka Commander, and today we're chatting with Chantel, our marketing manager and Frontline Focus podcast host. We're going to hear about her journey, her role, and how she contributes to our team every single day. So let's dive in. Chantel, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Awesome. This is a little bit of a switcheroo because you're normally in this seat, and now we get to hear a little bit about your story, which is awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your experience, and your background.
Wow, it's so crazy to be on the other end of this. Experience and background. Well, experience, I would like to say before becoming a tech specialist in this industry, none. I came into this industry having no experience besides a little bit of Canva work, and yeah, I came across RevForce. I was called by obviously you and your beautiful wife, Jasmine, my sister, and asked to embark on this like little adventure of learning a new skill set and applying it and building a career out of it. And so far, it's been great. A little bit about myself beyond my technical abilities is that I am a wife and a mom of 3 beautiful children, ages 13 to 5. And yeah, I do this for them. It's the reason I get up in the morning.
That's awesome. That's great to hear a little bit about the motivation. But so what drew you to your area of expertise, and what is something that you've always wanted to do here?
So what drew me was freedom. I was a stay-at-home mom, and my husband's a history teacher. So on one economic financial plan was not working for our family, and I needed something that was going to be flexible, that was going to allow me to work from home because I do homeschool my children, and I didn't want to give that up. I didn't want to give up having my kids at home with me. I knew that a 9-to-5 was not going to work, and so I was drawn to the stay-at-home work life. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of options in the industry, in any industry, for stay-at-home work unless you want to be stuffing envelopes or are part of one of those sketchy MLM businesses. And gratefully and wonderfully, my sister had reached out and said, hey, I'm building a business, a tech business. We want you to learn this software and learn a skill set, and we'll train you and get you started. And that intrigued me. That drew me to there's a possibility for me to work from home, build a career, but still get to be with my kids, and I get to dictate what my future and my life looks like based off of what I have for dreams and not so much what I can cram into a 9-to-5. So that's what drew me to it. And yeah, I'm really happy that I'm here and a part of this team.
Yeah, so let's dive into your skills. So what skills have you brought to the team, and how do you kind of uniquely, those skills were transferable to what you do on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so when I think of skills that I brought to the team, because I really didn't have the tech skill set yet, I feel like outside of my tech abilities would be, I'm a people-oriented person, so I have people skills. I'm able to hold conversations. I'm able to call people and just interact naturally. That was a great skill set to have, especially when it comes to reaching out to other companies or client work that we have. It's great that I can meet people on their level and work with them and not be so nervous, or a lot of people just really, they freeze up when they have to speak with somebody about what we do. So I have that skill set. And I feel like another thing that I brought to the table was my creative way of organizing. I'm able to keep everything organized, keep it data, put where it needs to be, makes it easy for the team to know what is going on, what we're doing. Definitely think that is a great skill that I have brought to the team. But yeah, I guess you'd have to ask the rest of the team members what my other skill sets are that they love so much.
We will ask them and get their honest feedback of what you did. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a little bit about your typical day and what you do on a day-to-day basis at your role here at RevForce.
Yeah, so a typical day for me is getting up, getting some protein shake in my system, definitely getting up to that walking treadmill desk of mine and going through, probably starting out our project management system. We utilize ClickUp. That's an awesome project management system, going through and looking at what my day looks like. What do I have to accomplish for pretty much my day, my week, all of it, kind of figuring out what is top priority. That management system is amazing for that. Our team loves it. And then once I have established the work that I have to do, whether it's building organic content, whether it's editing these podcasts, promoting our promos on social media, that's what a day in work looks like for me. And then afterwards, it's a lunch break and some homeschooling and trying not to go insane as a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it's amazing how you're able to juggle all that effectively. I mean, that's the thing is, right? Like you're doing one thing, you can take a break from that, do something else, go back to it, make sure, and that project management system and being organized, right?
Yeah.
That is what helps you throughout the day. And sometimes obviously things can get away from us. So I want to shift gears a little bit, and I want to hear you share a recent experience or a recent challenge that you tackled, and how has that helped you and the team as a whole?
Well, I think any challenge that our team I think just that challenge in itself helps our team, because once that technician or operator overcome that challenge, that's an awesome user case. That's an awesome teachable moment for our operators to learn, hey, there's this problem. Chantel or Jasmine or Mike, Seth, whoever fixed it, read their information, read their notes on this, watch their Loom video, to get all of the data and understand how you can avoid this and not take as many hours or days to fix the problem. A recent one for me, I have a client down in Nashville, and I along with doing the podcast, I have my own clients. Like that's how I support myself. So we had an issue where she had wanted to change her business email, and she went in and she changed her business email in her profile. But when she did, she misspelled her email all the way. She missed one letter in her email, but she'd already reset it with the code, the GTP code. And so we were kind of stuck in a standstill of how do we solve this? Because now if we need to reset it to the actual email, it's going to send the code to an email that you have no access to.
Right.
And so that was like, whoa, I didn't have training in that. So it was a lot of like going in, trial and error. How do we make this work? And how we fixed it, which is great for any of our listeners if this ever happens to you, because it is common. Yeah. We went in and we created a new admin. And then once that admin had successfully signed in and got all of their user information, we transferred ownership of the agency to that admin. And that admin had her updated email. So the only thing we had to do was connect, I think, her Google Calendars after that. And everything was fine. Everything transferred over seamlessly. We didn't have to go in and fix anything. So, I mean, it took me 4 hours to figure out that that's what we'd have to do, but it was definitely a learning lesson. And now my team can fix that problem within a matter of minutes.
Yeah, and we appreciate you documenting that process. So, if we ever run into an issue like that, or we hear someone out in the field that has that complication, we know how to direct them to the source of truth, your documentation, and they can just follow the steps and be successful. So you talked about ClickUp being our project management tool. You talked about Loom being our video recording software, where we use that for videos for our SOPs or standing operating procedure documentation. What is one tool or resource that you can't live without when you're doing your job every day?
Oh, you know what? I really think it would have to be StreamYard. I can't.
This software.
I can't live without StreamYard. I can't do my job if I don't know how to record and edit. There's so much you can do within that software. Like, I'm excited for the day when our software has all of these capabilities as well, right? We don't need a ClickUp. We don't need a StreamYard. We don't need a Loom, because they're all within. And that's coming down the pipeline, right? Like all of these updates and integrations are coming in. But yeah, StreamYard definitely couldn't record what I do, edit what I do. That'd be a tough day for me.
Yeah, I bet. So what is your favorite part about working at RevForce? Because no 2 days are the same here, right? We're always solving, interesting and complex problems. So I want to hear from you. What is the best or favorite part of your day?
Honestly, I do love the stay-at-home aspect. I love that I can get up in the morning, do what I need to do with my kids and whatever my husband has going on, and get on here and get my work done. But I find that being a part of a community is probably my favorite part. I love that I can come into the office and be with my team in the office, but I can be with my team just as much through a Zoom meeting, a Google meeting, when I'm with my team and I'm able to, just power back ideas, brainstorm. I love that. I love the energy that our team brings. I love the teamwork and the leadership that is running our team and our business. Yeah, my favorite part is just the community that we've built.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not alone in what you're doing here.
Association is so powerful, right? Because then you can leverage one another's strengths, you can leverage one another's experiences and education and overall depth of knowledge in a certain area. If you're lacking, you can always call someone, or you can direct message them and they can help you out. That is so critical to have the right people within the organization.
Correct.
Describe to me one of your favorite work memories. I know you just explained a challenging one that was kind of like, it helped you grow as a person, but what about a favorite work memory up to date?
A favorite work memory.
Or maybe a project that you're very passionate and very, proud to be a part of.
You know what? I think my favorite work memory is probably a combination of memories, but it's when I first got started in my certification and the process that it took to go through my high-level certification, the training, the support system that I had from RevForce, and the leadership there, all the way up into taking my proctor exam. We always joke that I passed with the Jesus close, but and definitely that was a unique scenario because we had to fix some things within my own proctor exam. But I think just the team support, everybody behind the office doors listening to hear if
all of us
passed.
were waiting, like, hey, like, kind of like, did she go? Did she pass it?
Yeah.
Kind of, right?
What's taking so long?
Right.
What a lot of our listeners don't know is like my proctor exam took 2 hours because they had a glitch in the system and I had to help them fix the glitch in my own proctor exam. So if that,
which is probably why you passed, where you're like, you helped them fix the issue. They're like, okay, she knows what she's
she knows what she's doing. Just pass her. It's okay that one of her workflows didn't work. Yeah, definitely that memory of like just doing the work, completing the exams, learning the software, learning the education, implementing it, testing for it, our RevForce training, our entire elite training system. Like it really just prepares you, and like just that memory of like the team coming in and supporting, like that's probably my favorite thing about being here.
That's awesome. So like, obviously you're really good at what you do. You enjoy what you do. So what do you do for fun? Like outside of work, how do you wind down or relax or just do something that's, for you, right? For Chantel.
For fun. I feel like after having kids all day, having a husband to take care of, my favorite thing for fun is to binge watch a lot of Yellowstone. I'm all for sitting on the couch with a glass of wine and some awesome sunflower seeds and just watching some TV. Take your mind off of, we think about stuff so much in the day. It's nice to have just like a mindlessness. Something else is thinking for you.
Yeah, some mind-numbing activity but that's also helps you repair to rejuvenate. So that way the next day when you come to work or whatever you're dealing with, you're fresh and ready to go.
Yeah.
And that's so important, especially when you're in technology or any business for that matter. If you got multiple clients that you're juggling, multiple accounts or projects that either you're doing the technical fulfillment work on, or you're the project manager overseeing other implementers, it's a lot, and it can get overwhelming at times. So you have to find those outlets, those productive outlets, so to speak, that gets you back to center. That way you can continue being good at your job.
Absolutely. Probably should find one that's not in front of a screen though.
Yeah, right. Like go for a walk, like no screen time, or open up like a paper book.
That's
like
number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. So for like moving forward, obviously we've been working together for quite some time now, and we're in the third month of 2025, and it's crazy that we're already in the third month. Time just is absolutely flying. So I want to learn more about what your vision and what your goals are for the upcoming year in RevForce.
Yeah. So I feel like when it comes to what I do and what I'm in charge of here at RevForce, I feel like my goals, my vision is for our marketing and our podcasts to grow. I'm excited for the trainees that are coming through on the RevForce Elite Training Program, and to get more of them on the podcast, kind of dig into what they're doing, how they feel about our training system, what they like, what they don't like, what helped them out. I feel like more and more our listeners are going to they're just really going to have a better idea of what we do here. And so I want to promote that, get that out as much as possible, having consistency with that, and then growing to have some more little branches that come off of the Frontline Focus, in the Trenches series we have coming soon.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
We got some of that organic posts out that are going on our social medias, which is great. But we want to show more of our listeners and the people that are tuning in, like, we're just regular people, we're regular people that have dreams and passions, and we just want to get out there, and we want to give people the freedom to not run on the hamster wheel,
Yeah, and the realness of what we're doing as a profession, that sometimes, yes, it is hard work, but it's also extremely rewarding work. And some days are, you're on your cloud 9, it's awesome, it's fantastic. And some days you're like, man, everything I'm touching, I feel like I'm breaking it. Yeah. It's like my first day. Like, am I really a certified professional in this? Like, I feel like I can't think my way out of a paper bag, but yet yesterday it was a rock star day, or the day after that is going to be even better.
Yeah.
Right?
And some days you just sit in your office for 12 hours and you're like, I got so much done, but what did I do with myself just now? It's that neurogum.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's got to be, stay hydrated, drink a lot of water so you can actually keep the brain fog at bay and continue moving forward. Yeah. And there's some days you're just like, did I accomplish anything? And then, but here's what's amazing is, with our team, and, we do these internal weekly team evaluations and progress reports, and we get to see what people worked on the week. So that's great, because if Monday you had a crappy day, or maybe Tuesday wasn't so hot, no problem. What have you accomplished for the week, and how does your accomplishments add to the overall collective of what we're doing, moving the ball forward at RevForce? Yeah, so that's the best part, is you're part of a team. You're not by yourself. You're working with others, and it's overall a really wholesome experience. So in closing, I would want to know, like, if there's one message for our listeners that you would want them to hear, what would it be?
I would say keep tuning in. Keep tuning in, checking out the Frontline Focus podcast. Come here to see what our technicians are doing, what our operators are doing, and get a good grasp of, what you could be doing or what your life could look like, because these are real people that are stepping into the same scenario, stepping into the same work that you are stepping into. And it's always great to kind of have that roadmap where you can avoid all of those landmines.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, it's always good to shadow someone and see what their life is, what their work life is, because if that's what you want to do, that's going to be your life, right? So it's always a good foreshadowing. So
yeah, absolutely.
Well, Chantel, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much. That's a wrap for this episode of Frontline Focus. We hope you enjoyed getting to know Chantel and exploring who she is and her skills at RevForce. And if you're looking to develop these indispensable digital skills and step into a high in-demand career, consider joining the RevForce basic training and becoming part of the team. We're really redefining what it means to be digital operators in this space. So remember, at RevForce, your milestones are our mission, and we'll see you on the front line. Take care, guys.